Can Descript make killer TikToks, short form videos, reels, YouTube shorts? Let's find out if it lives up to the hype. Descript has been adding a lot of features lately, and it's quickly become my go-to tool. I was very surprised that it's won quite a few of my competitions recently, becoming the best audio enhancer, the best green screen removal tool. Very impressive. So now what we're going to test is, can Descript make social media clips as fast as the competition, better than the competition, and that look really great? You may have noticed I have been using Descript to create my social media posts recently, and I want to see what you guys think of it. Let's see if this tool really lives up to the hype, or maybe it's easier to use some of those automated tools. That's the big question. We're going to be looking at video, we're going to be looking at Opus, and we're going to see Descript, which isn't as automated, but I think it's just a little bit faster. Let's see what you guys think. Hit the theme. This is my podcast interview inside of Descript with Joy Bellost. Now, this was a great episode. You can see that it's already been edited. There's the introduction, commercial, intro music, podcast episode, and then the outro stuff. So all of the pieces are in place. The question is, can I create amazing short form videos from this content? And that's what we're really going to focus on. But let me take you through what I do first when I go through my process. The first thing is I grab the content, I click everything, and under audio, I turn on studio sound to make the audio high quality so that it removes everything from the background. That process is going to run. You can see it's now running into everything. So what that will actually do is strip out the music from the beginning and the end. That's just part of the process that causes that problem. So that's why I actually will remove the audio and do studio sound before normally, but I'd already done that, but I just want to show you what it looks like. Let's turn that off because I don't want it to do it. But that's the first step I always do. The next thing is that I will click on actions and remove filler words. So it'll give me a list. You'll see that none are going to appear because I've already removed them. Anytime I say and ooh and so, all the things that annoy me about myself. Shorten word gaps so I can remove any awkward silences where I ask a question and it takes a long time to answer and vice versa. The really cool stuff we want to look at is under Ask AI. This is where the good stuff is. This is where you can remove retakes, which is similar to Gling does. I've covered that in another video. You can add chapters or markers. You can get a little further. But what I like here, what we're going to look at is, can you create great clips? So under Find, it says Find Good Clips. I'm going to click on this. And it says find 5 options for clips that I can pull from the script. Each clip should be around 30 seconds long. And then this will send this to ChatGPT and it will include the entire transcript. Doing this manually with ChatGPT is a hassle. So this saves me a lot of time, removes a lot of steps in the process. And this is what Opus, this is what video, this is what all of the other tools do in the background. They're letting you see the prompt. So you can actually tweak this as much as you want and get a custom prompt. If you want it to be 60-second clips, if you want it to be 45-second clips, whatever you want. When you're done, you click this little, I think it's an arrow. I may be wrong, but it looks like an arrow to me. So small and has the AI thinking. You can see that took around 30 to 40 seconds. Now, what you do here is really important. Trying to scroll through here and see the tiny text. This is one of the areas where Descript is a little bit annoying. This is impossible for me to read, even though I'm on a really large monitor. So I have to click select and script. When I do that, everything gets easier. Now it will show me the clips and I have the option to duplicate all to new compositions, but I want to actually look at them. And what I can do is either play around with where I want the clip to be. So this is the highlighted section. Do I want to use our clip? And sometimes I want to move things around. Yeah, I like the beginning, but I want to extend the end of it. So that's why it limited to 30 seconds. I think it's a little bit longer. So I'm going to highlight a longer section. So I've highlighted that section. I'm going to click the 3 dots. And I'm going to click duplicate to new composition. So the good part is that Descript found the clip. The bad part is that my prompt didn't let it make it long enough. Now I can click up here and jump to that composition, which is right here. So now the question is, how do I turn this into a different look? It's called a template. And under templates, we start to have other options, which are titles, captions, intros, audiograms, and vertical. Now, vertical has a bunch of templates, but they are, to my opinion, annoying. The best thing I can say is that you have to go in and remove a bunch of stuff, and I prefer to just use the captions. They have a bunch of options here. Let's use one that I don't normally use. I normally always use the first one, but let's do something unique. Let's do outlines plus green. And when you use this, you will see that it says, wait a minute, it's the wrong orientation. I'm going to click match orientation. Now, this is one thing I don't like. It doesn't stretch the video. So you have to make it fit the canvas. So I have to just pull it up and down. It's not a huge problem. It's like a couple of seconds of work, but I would rather that be automated. The next thing is I have to click out of it so that I can then click onto the text box. I can drag it to fit. I don't love, and you can see there's an error here in the text and it's showing itself. How do I fix that? Great question. I'm going to go to tools, toggle correct text mode, and I just want to fix right here and make it, come on, keyboard, CMO. So now it looks correct. I can click done correcting. If you don't switch to correct text mode, it will actually delete him saying the word CMO or delete him saying the letter O. So that fixed the problem. Now, I don't like this font. One of the other things is, I don't know if it's my mouse, but sometimes when I click on it, it jumps around. We can jump to another font quite easily. That's not working for me. Okay, this one's better. And you might want to change, do you want it to be italics, medium, italic? They give you a bunch of choices. Do I want it in bold? Okay. Let's go back to regular. Regular is okay for me. And you can choose, do you want it to be centered? Do you want it to be justified to the left or the right? And do you want it to be top and bottom? This isn't as noticeable because it's not a really long vertical clip. And then the styling, I can make a lot of changes. Purple is more of my brand color, but you can actually get really granular and change the fill, change the border, create a background. So now there's a background behind it. I can click the minus to turn the background off. What happens when there's an active word? So this says it makes the word purple and there's no background, right? But if I change it to having like a blue background, now whenever it's doing two things at the same time, obviously that looks terrible. So I want to undo that by clicking Z, and I'll undo that background as well. And you can tell it future words should be a different color. So watch this. So now the past is white, the word is purple, and the future is yellow. Doesn't look great, but the option's there. So you can see it does give you that granular control. Those additional things, but you can do add in shapes, rectangles, ellipse, waveforms, progress bars, and you can add in B-roll. I don't like to do that, but it's here under files. You can look at videos and search. So I might say like office. And I can grab an office clip. Now, here's what happens. So you can see the office clip is the wrong dimensions. I'm going to pull it up. Now, it's put the office on top of the text. So I'm going to switch them around. Yeah. So this is another area where it's annoying. You can see the layers now. I want to put this below captions. There we go. So some of the things aren't super smooth, but now we've added a little bit of B-roll and let's look what happens. So you can hear his voice. You can see the B-roll. So you can see that it does add in the B-roll. I don't like to do that myself. So here I can just click this business team layer and I can just say delete that to get rid of the B-roll. So it's all Jory because he's a superstar. You might say, oh, I want this to be a little bit lower. And there's other things you can do, but overall creating a clip this quickly is very convenient. And all I have to do is click publish. Now this is important. You'll see the temptation to click export because you go, oh, I want to do it locally. I don't want to do it online. When I click publish, it doesn't actually publish it online. I click this down arrow and what it's doing is using Descript servers instead of my own. So that's how fast it creates the clip. So click save and you can watch it render. It will take less than a minute. If I render on my own computer, it takes so much time. That's the biggest delay in video creation. It's one of my favorite things about Descript. I learned this feature recently, and I consider it to be one of the best things about Descript is that now I can render everything off my computer. So it means you don't have to get a faster computer every time you need to render more. I'm gonna switch over more and more to shooting videos in Descript. Obviously, because this is a script video, I can't record in Descript and show you Descript at the same time. But they are adding more and more features to handle that as well, to where you can do your recordings in Descript. And as that gets better, I'll be switching over more of my process. But overall, the fact that it's already halfway through rendering the clip, that it's not using my local computer resources, all of these things are why I love creating my clips in Descript. And I think it's a really easy use case. Now, once it finishes this render, we're also going to look at the process of posting to social media. So you can see that it tells me it's almost ready. And we just have to let it run. So it's already saying the video is published and now it's downloading. Look how fast it downloaded. It's already done. So really great process. So the next thing is if I go, I want to publish it, I can choose, I want to put it somewhere else. Let's say I want to put it to one of these other platforms. You can see I can send it to YouTube, Blueberry, Buzzsprout, eWebinar, Headliner, Hello Audio. So it doesn't send it directly to social media other than YouTube. And you can see here, and this is what's important, is that I can't send it as a draft and I can't schedule it. So that's why I don't do my scheduling through Descript just yet. So that's how you can make short form videos, grab clips using AI and using your own eyes from Descript. There's some things I don't like and some things I do. Let's talk about what I don't like. What I don't like is the clips it picks. It's just not there yet, and none of the tools are. Every single tool, Video, Opus, Riverside, all the other tools I have in my arsenal, they grab clips in the same way, and they all have a tendency to grab the intro music. Whenever the intro music is part of a clip where it's saying, "Welcome to the Artificial Intelligence Podcast," they all grab that. That's why I tend to not include that section when I'm using a podcast episode. I use the raw recording simply to avoid that happening every single time. This is not a Descript specific problem. This is a universal problem with all these clip generators. That's why you need a tool to grab a bunch of clips and then you choose which one. The second thing I don't like is that the designs are limited. Now, they talk about the ability to import scenes and designs that other people have created so you can have templates. I haven't found templates anywhere. Last week, I actually spent some time looking to see if people had created Descript specific templates and they hadn't. I was really surprised. See that as an opportunity in the market. So those are the two downsides. Here's the upsides. Their dashboard makes it easy for me to see the clip they've selected and to adjust and grab the words that I want and immediately pull it into a new composition, customize the clip and get it done very quickly. It's not automated. So it's a little bit slower because I have to drag the clip up and down and reshape it. It doesn't automatically convert the video full size and stretch it out. It puts it in the middle. I don't really love that. That's a small feature they'll probably change in the future, but I like how nice the clips look. I like how fast they render. I like that I can customize it and I can save my customizations as my own template. I love that color blue, but everyone is using it. So I notice when someone's a script user. So that's why I've switched to the purple because it matches my branding. That's one of the reasons for that change. And then I can default to that. That's really cool. I do like that. I like how good the audio sounds. And the best part is how fast it renders. When I want to create a clip from scratch using Video or Opus, it takes about an hour because I have to upload the video, which is very slow for those servers compared to the script. Then I have to wait for them to create the transcript, process everything. It's an hour or at least 30 minutes before I can even go into the file and look at the clips they've chosen. And with each of those tools, they don't make it as easy as the script does for me to choose the start and the end point. So they get close and I go, oh, I need to move the beginning over a little bit. I need to move the end a little bit. They're not that easy. What I like about Video, which is the tool that I use for creating clips on automation, is that it's a good scheduler. It schedules the clips for me really easily, and I can schedule them far in advance, and it has great functionality. And what's interesting about the way it schedules is that it will schedule using LinkedIn's scheduler. So I can actually see all the clips I've scheduled inside of LinkedIn. They're not getting pushed from Video at the time. Other tools do that. So other tools for social media, they will schedule internally and then push to the social media network when it's time for it to go out. So I like that difference. I think that's better. It allows me to really manage everything from the LinkedIn dashboard. LinkedIn's my main social media platform, so that matters to me a lot. With Descript, it doesn't really have the scheduling ability yet. They may add that in the future. That's one thing it's missing. So I have to create the clip, download it, and then manually schedule it. That's a trade-off because it's a local tool. I like how fast it renders. The fact that you can use that publish button to render a clip very fast is a huge game changer for me. Overall, I think Descript is the best video editor on the market. I think it is the absolute best clip making tool. I think it's pushed past a lot of the specialized tools, and I'm really impressed with what they've done. I used to be so annoyed when they were adding all these other features. Like, no, just do transcription. Just be the best of the best at that. Don't add other features. And now they pulled me over to the other side. Now I love all the other features. So I'm a really big fan of Descript, but I wanted to show you guys what's possible and how this tool can be really useful and help you to create social media clips from your content, because that's an area where a lot of people get stuck. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, trying to create one type of content, then repurpose it, and it can be very stressful. This does make the process a lot smoother, and I'm really excited by this. As always, please, if you like this content, please hit the like button. That helps other people to see my content. If you want more videos from me to appear in your feed, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get notified every time I post a video, just hit that bell. Either way, thank you for staying to the end. Spending this much time with me really means a lot to me. And I'm so excited to see what happens in the world of AI and share it all with you. I'm going to do that in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like that video, I think you're going to like this one or maybe even this one. Check them out.